Hi, my name's Duncan Gardiner, and we're here to introduce Goldacres' new G4V sprayer. We're at Robbie Conning's place in Nelson in a cabbage patch, and Robbie's had this sprayer for 12 months, and we're just down here to do some work to show you the benefits of this sprayer, which in terms of sprayers today are quite unique. This machine of Robbie's is a four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer. The thing that makes this quite unique is against other sprayers, it has the ability to turn in a 2.9 metre radius, which is phenomenal in terms of the size of the sprayer and what it does. It achieves this by having a narrow chassis, and so the wheels have got full locking, and so the ability to turn into rows is fantastic. As with all sprayers, the first point of contact with any obstacle normally is the outside of the boom. And breakaways are important in terms of the ability to withstand being hit. The unique thing about the Goldacres is that it's got a dampener system in the actual breakaway itself, and as it breaks away, it breaks up and away. And once you've cleared your obstacle, it just flicks back into place. Made of very rigid material and a lot of spring loading, and it's a very, very, very good breakaway. This was a system designed by Goldacres. There was always an issue with sections and how you had sectional control and on bigger booms. So what Goldacres have done is they've got a constant flow nozzle which can be doubled up, so you can have two nozzles in sequence, and each one is controlled by an airline, so you can actually have an individual nozzle as an individual section, and they can be turned off, so you can set your section widths to whatever you want just by resetting the number of nozzles. Constant recirculation boom. So we've always got pressure, so you can, as soon as you turn it on, you've got pressure at the nozzle. This is the valve system at the back of the sprayer. Unlike having a whole lot of solenoid valves, which you have on conventional sprayers, the only valve system we have on the back is this. And what happens is when you are boom switched off, it goes through the system and recirculates. And as soon as you turn your boom on and you want it, you've got constant pressure because it just recirculates back. Instead of recirculating back to the tank, it recirculates back into the boom, and you've got constant pressure and it's instant. The other feature of this sprayer, which I don't think any other sprayer has had, as demonstrated as you can see in the video, is its ability to have one boom in the rack and one boom out. And that's achieved by having a wing like this, which is independent of the main centre section. So it can operate through this ram, and you can isolate that boom, have that switched off, this one working, and it's achieved by having a suspension system in the back of the boom, but this is an individual section or an individual lift and fold section for this boom only. Instead of having a dual system where you normally have off a centre section, this is independent both sides, as you can see, operated by that ram. And this ram, which is the tilt ram, which I don't think, as I've said, any other sprayer does have that ability. This is a filling station on the G4V, pretty standard on all sprayers. You've got an induction hopper and your various valves for rinsing. You can use fresh water for rinsing the induction hopper or drums or whatever. The other thing that is in the dampening of the chassis, we've got air bags, which is all part of the suspension system for the sprayer, and so it's extremely well dampened, and the boom has got a tremendous amount of shock absorbers and stuff just to make sure that the yaw and the pitch and the roll doesn't smash things to bits. They are, in my opinion, as good as anything you'll get on the market. This sprayer of Robbie's is controlled by a Topcon 30S controller, which is set up for off a base station. Robbie has his own base station and auto steer, so he's got 2 centimetre accuracy on his sprayer. All the controls are just in this quadrant here, so they're very easy to get at, and the control is a speed selection and then operation by forward and reverse. And so once your speed is selected, which you dial in on the knob and then hold it, so as soon as you can do it, you've got a full range at that speed. So if you need revs, you can rev it, but it doesn't go any faster. You select your speed and it's preset. And it's very, very simple. There's just nothing, no clutch, nothing. It's very simple to use. So in summary, when you look at the Goldacres G4 sprayer, as in all sprayers, the critical point of all of them is their boom, the strength of their boom, the flexibility of their boom, and as I've said, I believe that Goldacres have A, strength-wise, and B, flexibility-wise, probably the best boom on the market. The other thing is, of course, the body to which the boom is attached. The G4 actually does not have hydrostatic steer. It drives through a hydrostatic gearbox out to a direct drive to the wheels, so it's chain driven, which gives it far more power to the ground as against hydrostatic. You've got four-wheel drive, driving all the time, and also the fuel consumption is greatly reduced. If you look at it, it looks a big machine, as all of them do, but it's a very stable machine, great visibility, and as I say, I've been around Goldacres sprayers for a long time, and I firmly believe this is as good as any sprayer in that range that you could buy. My job is to spot the machines, talk to people who are interested in it. I do know the product reasonably well. Once that contact has been made, then we put you in touch with the guys in Australia. Go to Australia, go through the factory. So my contact details are, my cell phone number is 0274 466 951, or my email address is kgb.applications@extra.co.nz. And finally, all I can say about it is that if you are looking at a sprayer, I strongly recommend you have a look at this unit or the other units that Goldacres do have in trailing terms, or bigger units in terms of self-propelled, because I do honestly believe that they are the best, as good if not the best, that there is available on the market today.